Imagine waiting months for your driving test and it gets cancelled before you even start. This is happening every day in Ireland, and here's some things you need to check before the day of your driving test. Over 1,200 driving tests were cancelled in March 2026, and most of these could have been easily avoided. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple checklist so you can make sure everything is in order. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the insurance. This is the thing that's catching most people out. So from the 9th of March 2026, now you need to provide more proof of insurance. Now the disc alone in the window is not enough. Now the tester wants to see proof from your insurance company that you are insured on the vehicle you're going to be driving for your test. If it's your car and it's your policy, all you need to do is provide the letter that was attached to your disc. This will cover you. It needs to say that your name is insured on the vehicle that you're going to be driving on the day of your test. Just remember, it needs to be a physical copy. Having it on your phone will not be good enough and your test will not go ahead. If you're the second driver on someone else's policy, ask that person to call the insurance company and ask the insurance company to send you a document stating your name is insured on the vehicle that you're going to be driving on the day of your test. Again, it has to be a printed copy. On your phone won't be enough. If you're using your driving instructor's car, they will provide you with this letter. And I'm going to talk about insurance in a bit more detail in a few moments. So let's get straight into this checklist. So the first thing I always talk about is the learner permit. You need to make sure your learner permit will be in date for the day of your driving test. Also, you need to know where your learner permit is. If you can't find your learner permit and your driving test is soon, be sure to reorder a new one, as it can take a couple of weeks to be delivered. Also, you need to have your learner permit with you for the day of your test. Having a photograph of it on your phone will not be good enough. Next on the list, we're going to talk about tax, insurance and NCT. So these need to be valid, in date and in the window. Having an email receipt or an email booking will not cover you on the day of your driving test. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the tax. This needs to be valid, in date and displayed in your window. Having an email saying that you have tax will not cover you and your driving test will not go ahead. With the tax, it's pretty simple to read. There's big numbers, month and year. That's telling you that your tax expires on the very last minute of the very last month that's displayed on your disc. Next, we're going to talk about the NCT. Again, this needs to be valid, in date and displayed in your window. If your NCT is out of date and you show the tester an email saying your NCT is booked, that's just telling the tester you don't have an NCT and your test will not go ahead. The NCT disc is a little bit different, and this displays an exact date your NCT will expire. So this disc tells you that your NCT expires on the very last minute of the date displayed on your NCT. If you're watching this video and you realise you don't have an NCT, be sure to book it because there is a long wait list. If you need an NCT in a hurry, you can actually call the NCT centre. They're so helpful. They will do their best to get you a cancellation NCT. If your car is 4 years old, for example, now it's 2026, so if you're driving a 22 car, this will need to be NCT'd this year. If you're driving a 221, this will need to be NCT'd before the second half of the year. What to do is go onto the NCT website, type your registration in, and that will tell you your due date for your NCT. The tester will be checking this and your test will not go ahead if your 4-year-old car does not have an NCT. Next, we're going to get back into the insurance. Again, it needs to be valid, in date and displayed in your window. Also, with the insurance, similar to the NCT, it will expire on an exact day during a month. So with your insurance disc, this is vital. It needs to be in colour. It needs to be a white background, black writing, and this green strip is very important. If you printed your insurance disc yourself and it's black and white, that won't cover it in your test and your test will not go ahead. Also, you also need to produce the letter, as I mentioned earlier. Make sure you have the letter that was attached to your disc if it's your policy. Again, it needs to be the physical copy. having it on your phone will not count. Next, we're going to talk about L plates. So these need to be clearly visible front and back, and they have to meet the specific requirements. They need to be a white background with a red L. If your L plates are old and worn and the L is getting pretty faded, I do suggest picking up a new pair. Also, if your back window is very dark and very tinted, make sure you have the exterior ones, either the sticky ones or the magnetic ones, so they're clearly visible from the back of the car. I have seen it happening before where tests did not go ahead because the window was so dark and the L plate was on the inside and they couldn't really see the L plate. So now we have all that in order, now we're going to talk about the car. So the tester will check to see if your lights are working. This is something that you should be checking on a regular basis, making sure your lights are working, indicators and brake lights. A question the tester could ask you is, if you are alone, how would you check your brake lights were working? You would say you would reverse up to a reflective surface, press the brake and see the reflection in your rear view mirror. If any of these lights are not working, your test will not be conducted. Next, we're going to talk about your tyres. So we should be making sure that our tyres are always in good condition. The tester will be looking at your tyres to make sure they meet the requirements, and they could also ask you this question: name 3 checks you could do on your tyres. You would say make sure they have adequate tread depth, properly inflated and no signs of visible damage, for example bulges and slices to the sidewall. Next, we're going to talk about the fuel. So on the day of your test, if you start your ignition and your fuel light is on, chances are your test will not go ahead. What I do recommend, whether your car is petrol, diesel or electric, make sure you have it topped up with you don't have to fill your tank, but make sure there's enough fuel in it that you'll be able to do your test without the fuel light going on. Next, we're going to talk about your windscreen. So I have seen on a few occasions where driving tests were not conducted because of damage to the windscreen, i.e. big crack going across the windscreen or big chunks gone out of the windscreen. This is very important and it is very dangerous. You don't want your windscreen breaking as you're driving down the road. Make sure you check your windscreen, no signs of any visible damage. So now that we've mentioned windscreen, we're going to talk about car cleanliness. So we do want our mirrors and our windows to be really clean. I do recommend washing the outside of your car the day before your test, and also making sure you clean the inside of your car. You don't want the tester getting into a dirty car. They will not appreciate that. While we're on the inside of the car, we do want to make sure that there's no loose objects in the back seat. Baby seats are okay, but you don't want just a load of stuff in your back seat. Just remember, if you hit the brakes hard, all that stuff will go forward and the tester will tell you to move it and put it in the boot. The last thing you want to do at the start of your test is start moving stuff out the back of your car and putting it into the boot. And now that we're on the inside of the car, so now we're going to talk about dash cams. Dash cams are not allowed for the day of your driving test. Make sure it's disconnected. Even better, take it down. I know some of them are pretty difficult to take down and you'll probably wreck the sticky bit on the camera. So just demonstrate that it is disconnected and that it's not recording. That will hopefully be enough. So next we're going to talk about footwear. So this is important, especially coming into the summer months. We don't want to be doing a driving test like this fella here. You won't be allowed to do your driving test barefoot, and the footwear you're using need to have a back support. Like things like flip-flops and sliders will not be allowed, and ladies' sandals that don't have a backrest around the heel. So it's very important you wear the correct footwear for the day of your driving test. Next, we're going to talk about the warning lights that could be on your dash. Things like the engine management light, ABS light, low tyre pressure, low fuel. There's a lot of different lights that could be displayed in your dash and your test won't go ahead. So I do recommend, if you have a light on your dash, not only for your driving test, but for your own safety and for your vehicle, make sure you get it looked at, because it's only going to cause more damage. If you have any warning lights on your dash, your test will not go ahead. Just about these lights, if you see a green light on your dash, this is a good thing. If you see an amber light, it's saying to you, okay, get this checked. If it's a flashing amber light, make sure you get it checked immediately. And if it's red, your car is unsafe to drive. So I think we covered everything there. If you want to see the RSA checklist, I have left that in the description. It's the third link down. Also, if you want to watch a full playlist of helpful videos to help you pass your driving test, you can watch this box.